Our Gregorian Chant Mass at St. Andrew's is a bit unique. It really started with that request from my priest to have Gregorian Chant once a month in our parish. We are a Novus Ordo framework, but the music is Latin. The priest still presides in English. And so what that does for the congregation is it allows them to still have an understanding, a gentle understanding along the way as to what's happening in the Mass.
It's a little bit like the rising of incense, and incense comes up in swirls, and the melodic line of chant does exactly the same. It rises and falls and swirls left and right and up and down.
The modern music, it is very structured. In Gregorian chant, the music just flows with the singers. If a lot of your choir members are a little more bass, then you just simply drop the music so that it's lower, or you raise it. There's a lot of freedom in it.
The common misconceptions that people have about Gregorian chant are that it's totally inaccessible.
Did you have much experience doing music?
Just like Friday night karaoke at Rosie's, pretty much.
Or that perhaps chant is penitential, that it's a very sad sounding chant. You know, they're all nonsense, really. It's a very jubilant song. They absolutely enliven and enlighten the texts with wonderful swirling melodies.
With Gregorian chant, it's more of a deep feeling within your heart. You let your heart and the flow of the voices, you're listening to one another. It was more like a release away from the page, the music on the page, and more like you're singing and listening to each other and being like one voice.
You're bouncing the music off the church. You'll sing a piece and you'll just stop and you'll listen to the reverberation of the music in the church. And then just as it's diminishing, then you start again. You're feeling the music in the church.
Qualifies as sacred music, especially for the liturgy. It's a very pertinent question. Music becomes a very subjective thing. Everybody has an opinion. The Church tells us very clearly, and has done for well over 100 years, chant is the music that has pride of place in the liturgy. It doesn't exclude other things, but it may be that those other things aren't wonderfully suitable for Mass. The purpose of sacred music at Mass is twofold. Indeed, the whole liturgy is twofold. It's the glory of God and the sanctification of man. And so, you know, if you're listening to something that is what you would hear on the car radio, or what you would listen to in your ordinary life, there has no distinction. There's no separation between holiness and the secular. Chant, you know, has that unique sound that you associate immediately with church.
For me, I think it just impresses upon me the historicity and like universality of the church, and just in general how beautiful the music is, and how well it fits with the liturgy.
It still has a very large impact on people's faith and their feelings about their faith, without needing a lot of extra parts to the music, without needing extra instruments, without needing extra harmony parts. It's almost clear, more clear in a way, you know. I find there's a lot of clarity in Gregorian chant. So just some shake, gentlemen, yeah?
Is there renewed interest in Gregorian chant? yes, especially amongst the millennials and the younger people. We see it both with laity and with some of the young priests being ordained these days. I think it's to do with sort of ownership. They're taking back that which is rightfully theirs and which has actually been denied them, really.
The choir and I worked to teach and help the congregation sing it. And so you've got an amazing amount of people at a Mass. Actually, our Masses have been quite popular. We've been filling up with more and more parishioners and people from all over Edmonton and the diocese into the pews. And so it's been really lovely to see. And so it's really just bringing all these people who are new to this Mass, new to this chant, and somehow the choir leads everyone through it, and we all pull through singing together. Everyone walks away feeling like, oh, we did this. I sang this and it really did something for my soul.
One of the difficult things is that a lot of musical coordinators in parish life, they have had no training themselves in any of this. And they're doing the best they can, and it's all very well intentioned. And who's helping them choose the appropriate music and helping them learn these sorts of things?
What we want to do is create a little bit more meaning with some of the music and the words. So right now we're singing everything pretty strong, pretty unified. But what we want to do is sort of build on the sound a little bit and shape it a little bit, okay? Do you hear the da? So it's soft, strong, soft, strong, soft, strong.
As an archdiocese, we have a responsibility to step into that gap and help them achieve the best that they can achieve for their parish and for their liturgical life. Entering into the third year of Archbishop Smith's pastoral letter, that will be focusing on worship and helping and enabling parishes to tackle this.
I think I had a lady actually just join about 2 weeks ago, a new lady join from another parish, and she said, oh, I'm new to this. I know in my heart I want to learn Latin music. I want to learn Gregorian chant. Do you think I have a chance? And I said, yes, absolutely you do. We're all learning here at St. Andrew's Parish. You're in good company.
What advice would I give a parish wanting to start singing chant? Do it. Do it. It's theirs, it's yours, it's our music. Sing it. Start with the dialogues. There needs to be clergy support and participation there for a parish, of course. And the best way to do it is start with those dialogues at Mass, those parts that the priest sings and then the congregation, the assembly respond. The ordinary of the Mass, the Kyrie, the Gloria, the Sanctus, the Agnus Dei, all those things that never change every single time you go to Mass. People often say, but if it's in Latin, we don't understand what we're singing. You've been speaking these words in English for 50 years. You do know what you're singing. So learn it. There's a responsibility as the body of Christ. It's our responsibility to respond to the priest when he says these things. It's our responsibility to be active participants in the liturgy.
And so everyone is taken on this journey together, despite feeling a little bit nervous or intimidated. It's created a passion for this faith, a passion in Latin music, a passion for Jesus, a passion for attending Mass. More people are attending the Masses. We see more people in the congregation. Our choir gets bigger. There's more positive response to St. Andrew's having Gregorian Chant Mass.
You're suddenly brought into something deeper. You don't have to invent that yourself, or it's uniquely the music of the Church.
This is a favorite, definitely, of the congregation. Everyone expects this to be sung at our Gregorian Chant Mass.